Every day, millions of people go about their job search in the traditional way, whether it's going to an employment agency or the unemployment office, searching the help wanted ads, or posting your resume on the internet. The problem with such approaches is that they access only the jobs that have been advertised. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't use them. After all, one of those jobs might be the one for you. It's important to realize that these approaches are more passive in nature. That is, they require the employer to contact you, which leaves you waiting, wishing, and wondering when you should be actively pursuing job leads. Still, these methods can be effective if you use them as part of a larger job search strategy. Following are some of the more traditional job search methods and tips to make them more effective. You may have seen them before. If you've ever applied for unemployment assistance, you've probably been in one. They are government-run career centers or one-stops, and they can offer you a wide variety of services, not the least of which are job leads.
Your local one-stop career center is one of the first places you should go after being laid off. Registering with the Employment Service not only allows you to collect unemployment, but it gives you access to all kinds of references. They have job search classes, resume writing assistance, computer and internet access, GED assistance, and access to education and training programs. Best of all, these services are free. Even if you aren't collecting unemployment benefits, you can still take advantage of many of the services your state employment office has to offer.
Working with a government job search agency can be another tool in your toolbox. In our area, they're called workforce centers, and it's been my experience that they are largely staffed with highly qualified, caring professionals who want to help you meet your job search goal. In many communities, the Workforce Center is one of the primary resources for advertising positions because they do it for free versus charging a fee like some employment services or online help wanted sites might charge. So you may learn about positions that aren't advertised elsewhere through Workforce Center. Also, they do have experts there in the process of job search. They can help with resume development, interview preparation, maybe some networking coaching, interview practice. So wealth of resources that our tax dollars are paying for, and it can be a great resource for you and your job search.
They are connected to businesses, universities, social service organizations. So a business will contact the government office and say, we have X number of jobs available in this field. Can you make sure that the people that come into your office know about them? So it's like a gathering place, a melting pot. So if you go to a government agency that will help you with resume, job application, interview skills, etc. A variety of helps will be available to you. They are connected to opportunities that could lead to your employment.
There are one-stop career centers all across the country. To find your nearest center and see what it has to offer, visit www.careeronestop.org and click on Service Locator. Then be sure to stop in the next chance you get. Private employment agencies use their business contacts to match clients with job openings. Some specialize in providing temporary employment, while others help to find permanent positions. Unlike one-stop centers, however, these services are not free, sometimes charging as much as 15% of your pay if they help you get a job. When using an employment agency, be sure to take these steps. Request employer-paid job leads. Do not accept a job you don't want, and beware of agencies that pressure you to do so. Research the agency beforehand by checking out its website. And finally, continue looking for a job on your own, even if an agency is helping you. Remember, most employment agencies are businesses. Though they will try to find a job for you, it may not always be what's in your best interest. Trust your judgment and take responsibility for your own job search. Unlike employment agencies, outplacement services are usually free of charge because they are paid for by employers looking to help downsized workers find new jobs. Outplacement services provide a wide range of assistance, from career guidance and potential job leads to resume writing and interview preparation. Of course, not all companies provide outplacement services, and the level of assistance may vary. Regardless, you should be sure to take advantage of any resources or services your former employer offers. It's the classic job search picture: a man or woman, pen in hand, huddled over the classified section of the newspaper, circling job postings to apply to. Nowadays, however, you are more likely to find someone staring at the computer screen instead of a newspaper. Unfortunately, only about 15% of people get their jobs by responding to want ads, online or in print. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try, only that you should be aware of the stiff competition you'll have.
Want ads are still around, obviously, but they are quickly becoming yesterday's news. Companies prefer not to run an ad in the paper if they can help it. After all, who wants to sit through the hundreds of resumes and applications that are the typical response? Still, for some jobs or industries, the want ads are a valuable resource. In healthcare, for example, where there are often more positions than qualified candidates, you will see a lot of jobs posted. Just be sure to read the posting very carefully and customize your resume and cover letter to match the description.
If you're looking for an opportunity within the geography that you currently live in, then yes, you want to go to your local newspaper. Furthermore, Help Wanted ads are now available online for every major newspaper throughout the country and abroad. And I think that for everybody, they're a component of a very strategic job search campaign that everyone has to initiate in today's competitive market. You're going to use Help Wanted ads, you're going to use online job postings, you're going to contact recruiters, and many, many other things. Help Wanted ads are just one of those marketing strategies.
If you want to take advantage of Help Wanted ads, whether in print or online, consider the following. Read them regularly, especially if they are posted online where it's easier to stay current. Some news and job posting sites have RSS feeds, so you can receive real-time updates on your computer or phone. Respond if you meet most of the requirements. Employers often list rigorous requirements with the hopes of limiting the number of candidates. You should apply for jobs that interest you, even if you don't meet all the requirements to a T. Try to contact employers directly. Avoid mailing your resume to an HR person. See whether you can call and get the name of the supervisor for the position and ask for an interview. Save it for your downtime. Read the want ads in the evening or on the weekend. Don't waste valuable weekday hours that you could be spending networking, contacting employers, or interviewing. The last decade has been a rapid evolution in the role computers and the internet play in the job search. Job posting sites like Monster or Career Builder aim to connect employers to qualified applicants, in addition to offering career information, resume building tools, and other resources.
Sites like Monster, Career Builder, Indeed, and others promise access to millions of jobs. They provide valuable services and information, but their success rate is limited. As it is with want ads, the competition for jobs listed on Monster and other job posting sites is much too great. After all, millions of internet users are looking at the same job listing that you are, many more than would be reading your local paper. On the plus side, most of the services these sites offer are free, and the processes of applying to jobs and sending resumes are quick and easy. So, you should definitely post your resume and apply to jobs online. Just don't count on getting a lot of responses.
The trap with the internet or online resources is they often make people feel very, very productive, and what happens is they answer a bunch of ads, they think things are going to go well, and then their phone doesn't ring. So we have to be very careful with our use of the internet, not to let it take over, but to be a part, and an effective part of a search, but not the whole effort.
Consider these tips for making the most of internet job posting sites. Most of these sites will require you to register. Carefully check the requirements. Make sure there are no fees or gimmicks attached. To apply for jobs online, you will need an electronic resume. Be sure it is simply formatted and easily transmitted. Be cautious about what you put online. Be wary of personal details. Don't include anything that might get you screened out. Check out the employer's site first. If you see that an employer is hiring through an online service, you might be able to contact the employer directly yourself. Visit specialized sites designed to help people find jobs within a specific industry or profession. These exist for practically everything, from nurses to mechanics to corporate executives. Finally, keep your online communications professional and error-free. Everything you send makes an impression. In addition to posting your resume online, you can also take the old-fashioned approach, printing copies and mailing them to employers and HR departments in the hopes that they have positions. While this approach may work for some people, be aware that very few people get a job by sending resumes to people they don't know. It is always better to make contact first, by phone, email, or even in person, and then follow up with your resume. Odds are an unsolicited resume will quickly find its way to a recycling bin or a filing cabinet never to be seen again.
We get hundreds of resumes. The truth is, most of them don't even get more than a glance. Unless there's something particularly striking or if certain qualifications jump off the page, it's hard to be seriously considered just on the basis of a resume. If I've asked someone for a resume, on the other hand, or if I recognize your name because we've spoken or met before, then you've already got my attention, and your resume can be an excellent tool to sell yourself.
In the next video, we talk more about resumes and their function in the job search. But always remember that a resume is just one of many tools you use to sell yourself to employers. The real work is getting your foot in the door, creating enough interest in you as a job candidate that an employer will want to read your resume from top to bottom. Let's take a moment to review what you've learned. For starters, there is no one right way to find a job, but some approaches are more effective than others. You want to be active, not passive in your job search, doing everything you can to find jobs before they are even advertised. That means networking and contacting employers directly and asking for interviews, even if no job is currently available. Some of your best leads will come from people you know. Although you should spend most of your time managing your contacts and following up on job leads, you shouldn't ignore the more traditional methods. Visit your local one-stop career center and research what employment agencies in your area have to offer. Check the want ads daily and respond to jobs that interest you. Post your resume online and use the internet to complement your other job search strategies. Above all, remember that those who get jobs in less time tend to use a variety of job search methods. Find the strategy that is right for you and commit to it. Treat your job search like a full-time job, expand your network, and try to contact employers directly. Soon, you might have more interviews than you can schedule.